I've recently purchased another cheap Jetta that I decided to daily drive, but there was a reason why I got such a good deal on this car. It's already needed a new radiator, and it still beeps more than R2-D2 on a bender. I've cleaned every surface with esoteric car care products, but there's still more that needs to be fixed. A lot more. Even before the radiator went in, I swapped in the oil pickup tube and windage tray I bought for the wagon and did a full oil flush and change to prevent that same failure on my latest 2.0. But there is still even more to do. Now, where to start? In the proper order of making sure this car is the best that it can be, we're making sure it runs the best it can by starting by fixing the mechanical issues with this car, and then we'll get to some of the visual impairments that are very clearly going on soon. And first up, we believe one of the motor mounts is broken. You can see when we start the car, there's a ton of engine movement, and even idling, it's just flopping around all over the place. We believe the dog bone mount is broken, and we're gonna replace it with this 034 Motorsport Street Density dog bone mount. This is a fluid-free and a void-free mount with 60 durometer A rubber. It is not their full billet aluminum track setup. We're saving that for a different application. This, we're gonna go here. It should eliminate some wheel hop and hopefully all of that engine movement that's happening right there, and stiffen things up for better clutch engagement as well. I've liked these mounts from 034 Motorsports in the past, so I knew they were the brand to get, and I needed some new mounts. So let's get this installed. There's a lot more movement than I think there should be in that. It's pretty soft and it's old, so. Out with the old. I don't even want to touch it because my hands are so dirty. And in with the new. Okay, so there's still some engine movement. Honestly, probably all the mounts just need to be changed out. Yeah, the transmission mount is moving a lot. I think the transmission's the problem. It is better though. There is less movement on that mount. So there is definitely an improvement. You can tell it's a little more solid, locking it down. Thanks, 034. All right, well, I pulled the transmission mount from the wagon. Here it is right here. The wagon has also been pushed out of the garage and the walls have been primed for paint. Lots of stuff happening behind the scenes that is very exciting. I've driven this thing around a little bit. I still have to use it as a daily, and I've noticed because the 034 mount is solid, even though it's only a 60 durometer rubber, there's a lot more movement because the transmission mount is broken. There's no more pitching of the engine that is from the broken mount. Now all of that movement is on the transmission mount. We're here to replace it. So yeah, the hood release is broken. Look at that, I did it. We've got a fix for that. We've got a nice piece from ECS Tuning that we'll talk about later. But yes, that is broken, but it is getting fixed. First, I'm gonna remove the stock airbox. So we've got the first two bolts, but there's 3 bolts on this transmission side. Now this one you can actually see right there, and there's 2 more underneath this wiring loom. And this is actually where Volkswagen did some very good engineering. So there you can see the hole for the 13 mil. Right there is the hole for the other one. Let's get those out, shall we? All right, now to get the mount out, you've got to lower the transmission just enough to slide it out. All right. That's enough. So on visual inspection between the two, I can't really tell where this one is broken. This one actually might not even be broken. I don't know what the wear marks or anything like that. I was expecting to see some tearing, maybe some fluid from the pocket. I don't know. They both look pretty okay. I really don't know. We'll try it though. 74. All right, moment of truth. Whoa. I think that's much smoother. Yeah, this looks like just vibraty. There's not a lot of movement over here. Similar movement between the engine mount and the transmission mount. That's a solid dog bone, so this is kind of to be expected. Yes, that feels so good. I can't wait to drive it. I bet it's gonna drive so much better. So the motor is moving a lot less, but next on our current agenda is to address the misfire that we have going on. I was told it's a fuel injector that's going bad, probably on cylinder number 1. So we're gonna replace all of them because we have a parts car. Because these engines are exactly the same, I'm just gonna take this whole fuel rail, stick it on the other one. You have to take off the intake manifold so much on this car that it literally just becomes second nature to get it off. It's crazy, I've been doing this since like 2016, except recently now more than ever on 2 cars. There's the high pressure fuel pump, there's the fuel lines, and there's the injector. So we're just gonna kind of undo fuel lines, off, undo the connectors, and basically pull that whole thing out and swap it out for this guy. They're different injectors because they're different engines. So I've been doing a little bit of research, and the little bit of research that I have done has yielded no results to what we're trying to do, since we have the wrong connectors on these fuel injectors. If you know anything about 2 liters, this is a 2.0 AEG. The engine from the wagon is a 2.0 AVH. Now, the fuel rail and everything did physically fit, except it was the connectors that were wrong. Technically different fuel injectors. And I was wondering if anyone has ever depinned the AVH connectors and pinned them onto an AEG. And I don't think anyone has. I mean, I did very short research, mostly to see if it was possible. So this might actually be the first time anyone has ever put AVH injectors into an AEG. Now, that's not significant whatsoever, because I should just be buying new fuel injectors for an AEG, but considering I am on a budget with this car, we're gonna try to make work whatever we can. We've got a friend coming by, David. We've actually bought some new terminals for these wiring, so we can actually pin the connectors from the wagon onto this engine. Now, I will say I did put this back together and run it because I still have to get to and from work. So we have to take the fuel injectors and everything back out. And while we're doing that, we're gonna be replacing the spark plugs as well, because if a fuel injector is going bad, the cylinder is probably running lean and fouling the plug. So we're gonna go in there, swap out the plugs. I can get some blue spark plug wires if I really want. That's as far down as I need to go. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if it's showing up at all, but that's moving. That's not tight. That might be our misfire. Fuel injectors are now at TBD, but yeah, there's some definite blow by on the block around that. So that's, yeah, we're replacing that and then making sure it's tight. Wow. Spark plug number 1. Yeah, there's a lot of oil blew by. That one was definitely fouled. Let's get the rest of them. Cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, and a new one. Loose, like 5 foot-pounds and 10 foot-pounds, if that. These are all fairly loose and burnt tip, oiled tip. So I think the fuel injector on this one is still probably bad on cylinder 1, the closest to the timing belt. If that's cylinder 4, I'm sorry. Just reverse what I say, which you can probably do with a lot of stuff I say. That's gonna be much nicer. And we're actually gonna make sure they're tight. So let's get to it. Yo, this is David.
Yo, what's up?
David, say hi.
Hello.
What are you really good with?
Wires.
Wires.
Good with wires and electrons, I think.
I'm doing the bare minimum for this car. As little money as I can spend.
The bare minimum by repinning fuel injectors.
Bare minimum.
The rail is out. You could replace the fuel injector, but we're gonna repin it.
Where's the fun in that, David?
Much like Monty Python, we're gonna start by pulling out the pin. We'll see if it works. It should. They look right. All right, now we're gonna use an actual Volkswagen tool. Apparently that's how to use one of these. You know, there are a lot of people in history that were part of a world's potential first, and it ended up being a potential last. And hopefully we're not on that side of history.
Bringing it up like you're expecting it to be a potential last.
Well, look at that. Shoo. That's it then.
Mind if I start putting the fuel rail back in?
Go for it.
Hey, let's get her done.
So we got everything right on the first try. It took no redos. Ignore that. We depinned the old connectors, and then we disassembled the old pin, and then we crimped the new pin, which is for these connectors, which are from that Jetta. And now we're gonna plug it in and hope it works and hope that fuel pressure is roughly the same for these injectors.
It's done.
This finished. A great man said that once for something far more important than this.
See how this works. We have some hopes. What levels, I don't know. Prime it. Okay. It's still yelling at me. ABS. Yeah, I guess it just needed a prime for a second. It's running.
Son of a gun. Son of a gun it is.
It's all I could ask for. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did that change anything? I don't know. Now you know you can spend a lot more time than you should to save not a lot of money and put ABH injectors on an AEG. The more you know. I'm very surprised that works. To both of our surprise, honestly, we didn't expect it to work that well. It's running really, really good. And I think I should do a little bit more preventative maintenance and replace the fuel filter as well. I've already bled the pressure again. I've got the car jacked up in the air. Took a peek under there. A lot of cobwebs and it's very dirty. It's a little crusty, but I'm hoping it should come all out nice and easy. We'll have a nice new fuel filter in there and this Jetta should thank us for it. So yeah, we can look at this and see it's seen some better days. I think I clocked a 05/18/2005 production date, which means this has probably been on the car for a while. If that is the case, it'll be good to get the new one in. And then I think afterwards we'll for sure have to take it for a test drive. There we go. Nice. Let's go for a little test drive, shall we? Holy cow, it feels like it's running on 4 cylinders all of a sudden. Is it really? That must have been really bad before, because I feel like I have so much more power. This is weird. Wow. Everything feels so much smoother. I mean, we've fixed the dog bone mount, we replaced the transmission mount, now we've done the fuel filter, we've done an oil change, oil pickup tube, and we've done new injectors, new fuel rail, new fuel pressure regulator, and new spark plugs. We're also running 93 because I don't mess around with my cars. This thing's getting the works and it is paying me back for it. This car is doing really, really well. I'm really liking how it's going. It's still not smooth. You can hear the rattles and everything. It's on cheaper end suspension and it still beeps. It's not the most comfortable thing, but at least we have an engine that I think is firing on all 4 cylinders and all 4 cylinders well. If that fuel filter was made in 2005 and it was put on within a year or two, that means that filter is almost 20 years old. And 20 years of running through this car, that thing was gunked up. Wow. I'm like legit, genuinely so impressed with how this car's responding to what we're doing to it. Full throttle, doesn't go very far, but wow. Does this feel a lot better than it did before? It's a smooth acceleration, and this car's so slow, I can just keep my foot flat through this whole thing, and I'm doing nothing. I'm going nowhere. I mean, overall, I am very, very impressed with how this car is responding to all that we're doing to it. You can hear both the beeping and the road noise, that there is still stuff we need to do. But unfortunately, with how I need this car to get to work, I can only devote so much time to getting certain things fixed and to allocating just what little time I have outside of work to doing anything on this car. So the ABS light and the wheel bearings are gonna have to wait a little bit. Next, we've got some interior parts to swap over. So, nice new one. I think almost every Jetta I've had, the couple there has broken on it. I didn't even intend to do that. That's perfect. I think I had this exact same style in my first one. So let's see if we can't get this thing how it should be. It's simple, yeah. That. And then in you go. Get it all the way in there. There's that. That's what we get. Oh, that might be what we get, but we have functioning cup holders ish. There we go. Look at that. Now we've got a bunch of other pieces to replace. So let's get back to the garage and put those on. So the previous owner of the wagon bought these headlights for the car, and I thought instead of buying new headlights for the sedan, the white Jetta, no name yet that I've come up with, we might just continue to call it the white Jetta for all I know. These lenses are way too faded, and I didn't need to buy any new ones because I could just take the ones from the wagon. So that's what we're gonna do, and that is gonna make these look a lot better, but also we've got some LED headlight bulbs that we're gonna be putting in these as well. So that should help us to see a little bit further down the road. And one of the blinkers is actually, I think it's the passenger side. It's not fully out, but the bulb is dead enough for it to just bip, 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 bip when you turn it on. So we're replacing that bulb as well. We've got these LED bulbs, which probably won't work. I don't know if they were a confirmed fit, and I don't know if they need to be orange, so we're gonna put them in, and if we need to swap them out, we're gonna swap them back out. We've got these LED bulbs for the blinker to hopefully get that working. And when we're putting everything back together, we've actually got a new hood latch mechanism from ECS Tuning. Yes, ECS Tuning has amazing parts, and they actually make a much better designed hood latch than what actually I'm currently using, which you can't see right now, is a zip tie. But the first thing we're actually going to be doing is taking off this front license plate bracket, so we don't need it. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to clean that up afterwards too. And then the headlights are super easy. You got two T25 Torx interior, A10, no, these are 8mm exterior on the top, and then 2 on the bottom. Ta-da. And then unplug, and you're out. Ta-da. Da-da-da-da. Right, so then just up and over, then yeah, that just comes out. Your guy in here, and it comes right out. Push it back together. And then it goes in. So there has to be a way it goes. That's what a headlight should look like. And that's why we're replacing them. Wow. Ew. Wow. Ew. So, I'm daft. I didn't buy indicator bulbs. I bought side marker bulbs. That looks about right, doesn't it? So now we gotta replace that side marker over there. This one's already gone. With these nice smoked side markers and some LED bulbs. And now it becomes a game of how do you get this one out, because the other one fell out on me. Press. Well, that's how you get that out. Yeah, this one busted too. Whoa, whoops, it's out. I think that's in. So while we're here and this is all dirty, we've got some Esoteric Products all-purpose cleaner that we're gonna kind of get on there. Nice. Yep. Now it's officially time to say goodbye to my little contraption. There it goes. Nice. That'll do a lot better. Gotta get the grill in first. Voila. Volkswagen. Fat fingered. Small. Oh, nice and easy. And then just stick this back in. Oh, look at that. Might rub a little bit, but dang. All right, so now, how does it all look and does it all work? Ooh, let's do this. Nice. Oh, that looks proper. And that one still works. This is looking pretty good. Still a lot of work to be done, but I think some painting's next. So we've actually got a couple of spots to paint. We've got this one on the A-pillar of the door, and we've got a couple on the hood that I'm sure you guys have just been staring at nonstop as I've detailed and fixed this car. Now we're fixing that too. Now, I want to admit something. A lot of what I'm doing is admittedly as cheap as possible, borrowing parts from the wagon. And actually, now we're gonna be borrowing stuff from the GTI. Yes, Elsa, in a way, makes a return. It was sad to see her go, but we have some paint left over that is candy white, LB9A. Now, am I expecting this to be candy white? I couldn't get the paint code anywhere off the car. I don't know what it is. It probably isn't candy white, but I have it, it's free, and it'll look better than bare metal. The word I've been using recently with all of this, just borrowing parts and using whatever I had laying around, is bare minimum. This car, admittedly, is kind of getting the bare minimum right now just to be a good running daily that at least looks okay. Oh, look at that. A nice actual pull tab. Sweet. I say bare minimum, and this is the most prep for any surface paint I've ever done on a car. So is this really the bare minimum, or am I just fooling myself? So, one of the last things we're gonna be doing on this car in this video is fixing some of the interior. There's a couple panels missing, but they actually came with the car, not on. Something like that, I think. Came with some metal piece too, that I think goes back there. I don't know if the bolts are there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that on. And also, it came with another glove box. It's already got a glove box. So I don't know why it came with this one. I don't even know if there's anything in it. It's nice on the inside, but there's nothing in it. So let's finish, at least for what we need to do right now, fixing the Jetta by putting some of these interior panels back on. So there are a few other panels that are missing, but I don't have them. I just have these. So see what we can get back on the car. So it goes up underneath like that, except you can't even see anything. These marked screw holes don't actually line up. I think it's supposed to go this way, but it doesn't want to. What's it stuck on? So it's stuck a little bit over here. Got it to move now. You see it moves. It lines up. We'll get it all screwed in. I think I have some screws for that. I was gifted with one, but I need more. Oh, some perks of having a bunch of Volkswagens. Found some screws in my toolbox. I also found some that I've already put in this door. I've also found some brand new ones. So, lots of options. Let's see how these do. Also got my quad lock wireless charger routed. I think maybe we can just go like that with it or something, yeah. So I couldn't figure out where this piece went, so we're just gonna ignore it. But it is nice to have this interior back together. Even though it's just this little bit, I mean, it was where the driver was. Pretty nice to have that just there and not just leave it bare. But that does it for this episode. That's all we've got time to do right now. Next episode is gonna be pretty fun. There's a lot we're doing. And actually, I know I, at some point, probably talked about the wheel bearings that need to get replaced. We're working on something else so we can do the wheel bearings at the same time. And that's next episode. So there's still some fixing to be done, but this car's come a long way. The fueling, I can't believe the injectors work. That's crazy. That fuel filter was nuts how much that helped. This car's coming along. I know this is dirt cheap and it's supposed to be a beater, but I'm really starting to fall in love with it. I really like this car. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's more to this build than I'm thinking. Maybe there's more stuff I want to do. Maybe I'm about to go down a rabbit hole of Volkswagen that I just can't help myself with because I'm just inclined to want to do more and more and more. The ADHD is kicking in hardcore. There's so many mods that I'm discovering that I didn't know back when I had the car the first time, back in 2016. There's so much to do. There's a lot to do. And honestly, I think the belt is starting to squeak as well. So maybe down the road we'll get some lightweight pulleys. I don't know. See, there's just so much more to do. And we're gonna do some of it in the next episode. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Have a great day. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye.